Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be revealing a business that's doing $1.04 million a month in sales. They're selling a pretty popular supplement that I'm seeing more and more businesses get into. And this is a supplement you can private label or drop ship, whatever you want to do, right? But the way that they're selling it is so different. Normally, when I come across e-commerce brands, I'm seeing more hype, more crazy claims, more edited ads, XYZ, XYZ. And what I'm finding while I talk to people that are trying to get into this is not everybody has that marketing mind. Not everybody wants to be the next like Grant Cardone or like some crazy hype marketer, like a Ty Lopez or someone who's like flaunting results and just hammering home like unrealistic expectations and setting those for people, right? Some people just don't want to be like, don't want to have showmanship and don't want to have this and that, right? They just want to be able to start a business, sell great products, serve customers, and build like a long-lasting brand. Now, this is the perfect example for people like that, whether you're drop shipping physical products or whether you're drop shipping supplements, okay? Doing marketing this way, where you're not relying on hype and you're just relying on information, disseminating and educating people on real problems that are out there and how your product solves them, is a great way to build a business. And this is why I love this business so much. And by the end of this video, my big promise to you is you're going to have all of the assets that you need to be able to launch this business. You're going to have access to the website template. You're going to have access to all of the research. You're going to know exactly how to start this business and how to launch it. And we're going to be going over a lot of stuff in detail. So we're going to be talking about how to select the niche and position your product. We're going to be talking about how to build and craft the software and then position it. We're going to be talking about how to actually build this website, how I've built it. I'm going to show you exactly what I've built and how to model this exactly. We're going to be talking about ads and marketing strategy, and then we're going to be literally talking about how to replicate this step by step and launch this business if this is interesting to you. All of this is going to be covered in this video. So my videos are a little bit longer than most. Typically, I like to get into the weeds. I like to get into the details. And not only am I talking about stuff like this that I love to do, I'm going to be discovering some stuff along with you. And what I'd like to do is when I'm making these type of videos, I like to cherry pick some things that are interesting and then I put them in my own business. So me, I'm a full-time drop shipper and I run a drop shipping store every single day. And I basically track the results and I share them, right? This is one of my stores that it's been doing really, really well. We had a record month this month, 16K in profit. Okay, we had a record month this month. And this is what I do. I like finding businesses, talking about them, extracting what's the best, giving away resources to viewers just like yourself, and then using the best stuff for my business, and then, educating myself and everybody else along the way. So if that's interesting to you, be sure to subscribe, leave a like on this video if you find anything insightful. And another thing that I like doing on YouTube is answering comments. If you look at any of my videos, you will see that every single comment has been replied to. So it can be a dropshipping question that you have, something about payment processors, something about suppliers, anything you're struggling with, Facebook ads, anything. Just comment down below for a chance to just get to talk to me about it, right? So without further ado, let's get into this. What is the product? So the product is a supplement line called Bio Whale. They're selling, this is a mushroom supplement. This is a multivitamin. And then there's all of this, like, okay, this is a little, they've gone the super scientific and technical route. There's stuff that I don't understand. So there's an omega bundle. There's something called E+. There's an autoimmunity pack. There's colostrum. This is what actually caught my eye. Now, how do I find these stores? So essentially what I do is I have access to certain spy tools. Okay. And I like to track stores that are scaling. And this store caught my eye because it went from 500 active ads all the way up to 900 active ads. Now they've been, another thing that I like about this store is it's not great. It's not scaling like really rapidly, which I see a lot of other stores do. It's scaling gradually. Okay. Maybe I caught it when they did this, when they went from 800 to 1000, that's 200 active ads increase. That's when I maybe caught them. So that's how these businesses get on my radar. The reason I like to find scaling businesses, because obviously the business owner is confident that it's working. So they're investing more and more. So that gives us a big check on, yes, this is a business that's worth following. Okay. And obviously it's built in a way where I can track sales. So it's something that I'm confident sharing with you guys. Okay. Now I get a lot of slack on the channel saying, hey man, this spy tool XYZ isn't the most accurate. I mean, even if it's off by a few percentage points, who cares, right? It's still a very big, very successful store. No store that's running 900 active, 1,000 active ads at some point isn't making money, right? Unless it's venture backed. And I don't think this is a venture backed store. This store is built off just clean expertise of someone. So we're going to be looking at stuff step by step. Plus what they've done, which is so interesting, which I always like, is if I open up any supplement, any of their funnels, okay, they have the same page design or funnel design for each of their supplements. So this is their colostrum supplement. Colostrum is something that comes from cows. It's like a milk something, some product. And any person who's scientific in the comments, please excuse me if I don't know. This is the same page design for curcumin. Sorry guys, I'm not the best at this, but this is the same page design. Again, same page design for colostrum, same page design for sleep supplement, same again, sleep supplement. So they've used the same page design. What they are not doing is they're not sending traffic to their Shopify store. Okay, they're not. And if you guys are new to this channel, you guys know that I don't like when people send their traffic directly to this is their product page, but their traffic, even though and their product page is built really well, but they're not sending their traffic directly to their product page. Where are they sending their traffic? They're sending it to a pre-built dropshipping funnel. Okay, a funnel is just a funnel is a page or a series of pages that entices someone to buy. Most people send traffic to a Shopify store. A Shopify store is just, think about it as like one of those. So a Shopify store is like a store in the mall with a big for sale sign. If you don't know anything about the store and if you don't know anything about the product, that big sign is not going to convince you to come in and buy. But a funnel is like a salesman, right? A salesman, when you're walking past someone and a salesman gives you like a tester to try, then he explains the product really well. Then he invites you into the store, makes you try stuff on, explains every single item of it. That's what a funnel does, okay? It doesn't tell you, hey, buy now. It doesn't even reveal the price. If you go to a store like this, it has a price, it has the information, and it's very basic. But a funnel is a sort of a very meticulously put together page, and its only goal is to move someone forward one step. Okay. Now, for example, the goal of this page is to get someone to buy. The goal of this page is not to get somebody to buy. The goal of this page is to get somebody to click this button. When they click this button, then the next step is to get somebody to buy. Okay. So there's very different approaches. I've always opted for the funnel approach. The amount of money that I made in e-commerce quite literally quadrupled when I started using funnels. And that's what I wanted. That's my message. That's what I want to spread to every single person, is start using pages that are designed for sales in mind. Okay, so without further ado, let's start dissecting this business. 1.04 million making this type of money. And actually, let me just quickly pull up all of my research. I've done a lot of research in this. I'll show you how to get access to this. We're going to be looking at the supplement manufacturer, how much it costs. And the best part is, how do we get to 10K per month in profit selling this particular supplement? Again, all I ask is you leave a like on this video if anything that I said made sense. Okay, so the first thing we want to focus, first question I want to answer is why this company chose to focus on health supplements, particularly targeting natural solutions. Okay, so what I'm seeing in the supplement space is that most supplements are heavily processed or contain artificial ingredients. Now that's what's just become of the supplement space. Just basically, it's becoming more and more crowded, more and more it's becoming more and more crowded. And obviously when there's a lot of attention, a lot of crowd that comes in, not a lot of attention is placed on the ingredients and the type of ingredients being used. And this, the entire branding, the entire marketing, the entire appeal of this brand is, our stuff is top quality. So that's a really, really good positioning to use. And if you're starting a supplement store, that's something that you want to hammer on. And when you're working with suppliers, and I'll show you how to make sure that your stuff is a little bit better than other people's stuff. And even if it isn't that top tier, it doesn't mean you can't still use this positioning, okay? Because you're still going to be better than a lot of people. So even if you want to, even if this is a positioning that you like and you can just meet a certain standard of quality, this is something I would still stand for with the way that my brand, with the way that this brand is focused, okay? Now, one more thing is, how is this differentiating itself from other supplement brands that rely heavily on hype, okay? So there's this one business in particular that I want to talk about. It's called, give me a second, I'm actually going to open it up and you guys are going to see a lot of what I do on the back end to find these businesses. Hold on. This is a company that I've actually featured on the channel, which had the craziest marketing that I've ever seen. Let me find it for you guys. Hopefully I can see it. Hopefully I can find it. Where give me a second. It was called Infinite Age. Infinite Age. Okay, perfect. So this is what I'm talking about. We'll see if they're still in business, because of the way that they're still in business. They're still killing it. Okay. Now this is a business that, I mean, look at some of the the ads that they were running. Okay. Now if I play this ad, okay, look at the crazy type of ad that they've made. Okay. Like, it's just hype. It's just crazy visuals. Like there's too much going on. Okay. But it is really good at attracting attention. It is really good at keeping someone hooked, and it is making really crazy promises that then obviously take people to a well-built page. And I've actually rebuilt this page. There's a whole video on this funnel, on how this funnel works, XYZ, okay? And then they come on this funnel and then they go ahead and buy, okay? Now that's one way to do it. And this is also, I believe, $1 million a month, okay? So now the thing about this business is that most people don't sort of have the marketing mind for it, okay? Most people don't understand the way in which to put together a 3-minute ad that's all crazy hype, okay? Now, this is another way of doing it. Like, if we look at some of their ads, the way that this business is operating, it is this guy. This guy is actually the mastermind behind this, and most of their ads is just this dude talking about the problem, and it's like literally nothing else than a video like this, like the video that you're seeing of me, where I'm not like doing marketing hype. I'm just reviewing businesses, breaking down why they work, collecting all that information and giving it away for you, right? So
what if I told
look
you
at this.
The key to radiant skin is inside your body? Hey there, I'm Chris Kresser, founder of Naturals.
It's just him talking. Okay, he talks through the problem, he talks through the solution. It's just him. And then when you click learn more, you go to this funnel that talks about what the product is. And again, even the funnel, there's no hype really. It's just education. It's just 5 reasons why this outshines topical beauty products. Okay, this is a guy talking about beauty, not even a girl. Like, this is just a guy who's like at least he's positioned himself as somebody from being in the medical background or having worked in that field for a really long time. Then you read this, you go through all of this information, and then you click here, and then you go ahead and make the purchase. Now, why is this? What is so important about this to understand is that maybe to become like a pro marketer, it takes time. It takes reading a lot of information. It takes reading books on persuasion, books on sales, books on this, books on Y, X, Y, and Z. And that's a tough thing to do. And that's a tough thing to become if you're not inherently someone who has like a showmanship personality. But I believe that any single person can do what this marketing is, where you're just literally talking about the niche. You're talking about how you've constructed the product. You're talking about the problems. Basically, what you have to do is just go ahead and start learning a little bit more about your niche, your customer, your offer, and talk about it. That's literally it. And if you can't talk about it, then get someone who is a little bit of an attractive personality, or even just looks the part of an influencer that can do this, and then have them talk about it. Now, I work with this brand and I always mention them whenever I can. And his name is Finisher's Secret. So I'm just going to type it out. Finishers. Yeah, so this is a brand that I worked with way back in the day when he was somebody who was working with me a little bit one-on-one, where we figured out his niche, where we figured out his offer, XYZ. He is someone who is leaning towards this information first approach. And he started with, honestly, the dropshipping model. And then he went to making his own product. And then he went and he scaled it to a 7-figure business. But this is what he's doing. Just information first, how to beat productivity, what to do so that you're not unproductive, XYZ. And then you go here and then you go to his funnel, and his funnel again is all about productivity, how to work, how to actually achieve your goals. And it's no marketing hype. So again, it's up to you. Like, it's not like either of these approaches don't work. I just believe that the first one, you just have to know more than your customer. So it goes back to the saying that in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king, right? Yeah, so you just have to be that one-eyed man. You just need to know a little bit more than your customer, and that's not tough to do. Like, the studies suggest that even just like an hour of research, or maybe even like 10-15 minutes actually a day into one specific thing, will make you an expert over like 90% of the world on that subject. Because it's the unfortunate truth that the last book somebody read on a certain topic was back in high school. After high school and college, most people actually don't ever end up reading a book. Most books on Amazon that are purchased as gifts. Like, they don't even read it themselves. So that'll just tell you how much people actually value like self-education. If you're someone who wants to understand a problem, like for example, in this business, the best-selling product is actually the mushroom supplement, and this is the product that we're looking at. If you wanted to sell this product, all you would have to do is understand what mushrooms are, what are the certain types of mushrooms to take, what is the effect each of those have, how do you blend 8 of them together to make a supplement, what are the best quality ingredients, and then what are the problems that they solve. And all you have to do is talk about it and present the information in a credible way. That last bit is a little bit more important, is present the information in a credible way. Okay, now if you present the information in this sort of a way, it's not as credible, which is what most Shopify store owners are doing. But if you present this information in this way, it's very credible. Just look at even how this thing looks on mobile, right? It's really, really well made. It goes through like a article, but it's written by somebody who you kind of want to care about and kind of want to understand a little bit more. And then you go ahead and purchase the product, okay? Now, another thing that I want to go on before we move on from the niche to the offer and the product strategy is that this person is focused on a specialized niche and he has insider knowledge on this niche versus going after products with mass market appeals. Now, because I've been in dropshipping for so long, I often find that people are trying to go after broad-based winning products and they have no insider knowledge about why that product would work. So for example, let's say you go on TikTok and you see one second, let me actually pull it up because I do want to show you guys this. So what is this, like dish cleaner? So let's say all of these businesses are based on this particular product that cleans this dish, right? And essentially you saw this business called Super Scrubber and they're getting 20,000 views, 13,000 views, 28,000 views. And what they're doing is basically it's the same video with a different hook. Now, I've actually promoted this strategy on the channel because it's a really good beginner friendly strategy. But the guy or girl that will succeed in marketing this strategy is someone who will understand a little bit more about cleaning than the rest of the people. If you're getting into any winning product for the sake of the product itself and having no understanding about the niche, the customer, the person that's actually going to use the product, you're going to have a really, really tough time selling this. You're going to have to solely rely on creating videos like this. And you know what's going to happen? Like, look at this guy. This guy started with this product, then he switched to this bunny product, then he switched back to this product. This is what's going to happen to you. You're going to be switching between products like this, going and hunting mass market products and not really having any sort of a real long-term business. And your entire business is going to be predicated on you going to the kitchen and creating videos like this in order to sell electronics from China that clean sort of stoves. Okay. Now, if it makes money, great. But most people pursuing it in this way, in this clear cut, I want to sell products to anybody who wants to buy it sort of way, will sort of not really see the type of results that you want. Or they're not going to build a long-term business, right? This isn't a long-term business. This is what I call a cash grab. And cash grabs often end in disappointment for anybody pursuing it, right? A quick cash grab is what it is. It's a quick cash grab. You don't care about the customer. If somebody asks for a refund, you either decide not to give it or fight it or some stupid shit like that. You don't really care about the quality of the product. You really don't care about the shipping time. You really don't care about the customer experience. For you, it's all about that transaction. Once you get it, you're happy and you never want to talk to the customer again. How is that the foundation of a real long-term business? The way that I want people to enter dropshipping is to actually care about the niche that they're entering, the problem that they're solving, and they want to learn about the niche every single day, because you're going to be collecting customers from that space. Okay. If you don't like the space you're in or the customers that come to you because of the space you're in, how are you going to build a long-term business? You ideally, if this is something you want to quit your 9-to-5 from, and it's your 9-to-5, it's what you're going to spend most of your day on, it needs to be interesting to you. You want to actually open up like websites and stuff and learn about it. You want to create content around it. You want to talk about it. You want to kind of like your customers. You want to be around them. You want to be revered by them almost. So go into niches where you don't mind spending a little bit of time every single day learning about it. Now, I have a little bit of an inner circle. Now, in my inner circle, I have some people that I talk to on a daily basis. Okay. All of those guys are serious business owners wanting to build a serious business, and they're using me and my team and some of those resources to do it. This is what I tell them pretty much every single day and this is why I try to focus them a little bit more on going after niches and areas of business that genuinely interest them. Learn a little bit more about what your business is every single day. Find out what will excite your customers. Build offers that people get excited by. Build offers that you're proud to fulfill on. Your name is going to be attached to this brand. So it's something that you should actually be really proud of, really interested in, really wanting to go in and really actually have that insider knowledge of. So that's really, really important. Okay. So what is the core offer here? Let's move into the next section. Like if you're actually building this business, what is the core offer? It is a mushroom supplement. So this is the one that's been selling the most. They do have a bunch of other products as well, but we're going to focus on this one, which is the BioAvail blend of 8 organic mushrooms. Even if we look at the packaging, zero hype, all information, all expertise. It's 120 veg capsules and stuff like that. So this is one that's been selling really, really great, basically like 17K worth every single day. And this is sort of the one I would say to model to get into this niche, because I did some research and what they're selling, if I look on the store, give me a second, let me actually open this up. If we look at on the store, they're selling theirs for a subscribe and save of about $30, 150, hold on, 150, 80 to USD. Yeah, about $40. Yes, that's correct. So they're selling it and subscribe and save for 40, and the one-time order is for 169. So they're selling it for 169. So 46. Okay, so it's 46 for the one-time offer, one-time order. Okay, and then if you go to the 120, I just want to see they don't add some other stuff at the end. It's actually 128. Okay, yes, it is 128. Nothing changes. So that's good. So that's what they're selling it for. Now, when I did some research on how we could actually source this, and just watch till the end to understand how to get access to all of this research. When I found this supplier on Alibaba, the cost of a product is, you could get it from $1 to $3, and you're selling it for 30 to 40. So that's really, really good margins. Okay. Now in the supplement game, even they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 extracts. I'm sure that you could speak to the supplier and tell them, hey man, I want the 8 mushroom blend. Do you have a blend like that available? So this is where you could if you're getting into this business, number one, you want to kind of do it in the way that I'm talking about, where you're actually interested. This is something that you're going to be in and you're going to do. Like, I have people inside of my inner circle that they already have the inventory ready. They have some stock that they're going to keep. And this is something that they're all in on. That concept is great. But let's say you just really like supplements. You want to get into it. You understand the power of supplement marketing. Some of the best businesses I've found on the channel are actually supplement businesses. This is something I'm super passionate about. What you could also do is go to a website like Supplyful, go to their catalog, and let's see if they have Supplyful allows you to actually drop ship supplements. Okay, it's a great business, but I know that they do have some mushroom stuff in there. Okay, because what you could do if you wanted to really get into this business is use all of the same marketing tactics. Like, you could use the same type of ads that they're doing, which we're going to review. You could even build the same type of funnel, but you could actually build it around. You could build the same type of funnel, just build it around something that is in their catalog. So they have different type of mushrooms, and they have a mushroom gummy. Okay, so they have mushroom extract gummies. They have a blend as well, right? So you could very easily, mushroom. This is the one. They have the exact same product. View price. I'm actually already logged in, so let's see if it makes me log in again. I'm actually gonna take it to a different window. But I think you can just drop ship this. Okay, you know what? I actually want to check out the price, and I don't want to edit this video later. So I'm sorry guys, you're just gonna have to watch me look at it. Okay, look at this. It's $9. It's $9. It's $9 to drop ship. I'm sorry, but that is amazing. $9 and you can drop ship this. Or you could pay $1 and then stock it in advance. So let's say you're not someone who's ready to commit to a full-fledged store that's built on the back of you having inventory. You don't need to. Your margins will be a little bit less, obviously, but at least you get to try drop shipping it. So the way Supplyful works is all you have to do is go ahead, create an account on it. You do have to be a paying member of Supplyful, and then you basically design your own label, put it on this blend that already exists. Now they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just ask them how many different mushrooms. So they do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 different mushrooms as well, right? And just ask them, hey man, what's your secret? How many mushrooms? Like, because I want to make the page, right? And so they'll tell you, and then you go after that. So you can drop ship this. So it'll just the cost will be higher, and that's with anything. Okay, so the offer here is really, really good, and more and more people are getting into this space, guys. Mushroom, open up your sort of mind, body, health to the power of natural mushrooms. More and more people are going through this. So it's a good offer. Hold on, let me check. What else do I want to talk about as far as the offers are concerned? I think we did speak about the openness of the packaging and the branding, right? Now, the high price. So what I found in my research is the price of this one, which is a $45 price. Now let's go to Amazon and check the price of the mushroom supplement. Okay, and let's see how much people on Amazon are charging for this. So people on Amazon are charging $30. Some people are charging $10. Okay. And so how is this brand charging $45 for something that can be purchased on Amazon for $10? Okay. Now the reason is pretty simple. Hold on. Where is it? Yeah. How is this brand charging $45? Okay. For something that can be sold on Amazon for $10. Okay. Now the thing about this, guys, that you have to understand is the person that shops on Amazon is a price and value shopper. Okay, they're an Amazon shopper is someone who's looking for speed and for someone who's looking for the most value that can be extracted for the least amount of payment. Okay, this $10 guy is not your buyer. Your buyer is someone who understands that there are certain things that you cannot purchase on Amazon, right? Like, for example, you cannot actually go and buy a Louis Vuitton bag on Amazon. There are certain things, there are certain products and certain experiences that just cannot be purchased on Amazon because they're owned and operated independently of Amazon. They know that. They've purchased stuff like that before. They've purchased stuff online. They like buying from other people. They like buying from boutiques. They like having a personalized experience. Okay. This is a search buyer. You're actually going after a buyer that can be persuaded and interrupted. So what your buyer is very different from here. And look at this branding and packaging. This is a $10 brand. Now you are building a $40 brand. Okay. It's so funny. They're using the same color scheme, but look at how different this is versus this. Okay. So yes, this is 4 times more expensive than this, but you know what I'll tell you guys is that if you put the same product inside of a funnel, okay, like this, okay, and talk about the benefits, display the product in a certain way, have ads that are like this, convincing somebody on what you need to do or what type of problems you have and how this thing works, right? You have a 1-minute ad of you delivering actual insightful comments around certain things. And again, that's what's important, insight. So think about you watching this video. You've clicked on this video. If you've made it this far into the video, and what are we? We're in 35 minutes into this video. There's something that I have said that you found insightful. And what is insight? Insight is things you didn't know previously that you consider to be true and real and true, real, and it opened a connection in your brain that wasn't there before. Maybe I connected a few dots for you, or maybe I connected you to something that you didn't even know existed. Now your world has opened up. That's what insights are. That's what your ad needs to be. And now with AI, you can have 100 insightful facts about mushrooms and just record all 100. And then boom, take all of the people from Facebook to your funnel, where again, they're going to find more and more information about what this particular product is. And it's all insightful stuff that opens your brain. For example, I was going to transition to this anyway, right? Which is the next thing where somebody clicks on this ad. Where are they going? They're going on this. It's the science of superior mushrooms, 7 reasons to choose. Okay. So now what they've said is mushroom supplements have surged in popularity. They're really good, but not everything is created equal, and we stand out. Why do we stand out? Right? We have this blend. Most people don't have this blend. Okay. Right. We have real fruiting bodies for maximum potency. Even the way that they're talking about the language that they're using, the way that they're positioning their stuff, it's all superior quality. Okay. 100% organic cultivation for purity. Okay. Unparalleled transparency with testing, full spectrum, high potency, expertly formulated. It is not only is it insightful, I believe it is also just superior positioning across everything. Someone who's reading this, they already understand that this is something that they have to pay for quality. And now I don't know anything about mushrooms. I don't take these supplements personally, but if I click on any of their ads, and I mean literally anything, Like I'm just going to click on some more random ads, okay? And it's all the same type of marketing. Like look at this. Sharpens your mental focus. Boosts your brain's communication network. Who even uses language like this? Long-term brain health. Crash-free mental energy. Like this is the type of language, look at this again. Like look at this. They're using bar charts and 185x more than the standard prep. Look at the way that it's been marketed. It's a different league. And even though all of this looks so crazy, I'll show you in a matter of minutes how to create your own stuff using ChatGPT. In fact, what I did just using a few tools is created this entire website. And in fact, I think this is probably the perfect time to show you. This is my website that I've just modeled right off theirs. Look at my image. Look at their image. Isn't it crazy how I've done this? Right now, I'll show you exactly how, right? Look at this. The pill coming out into the bottle with the bag, the pill coming out of the bottle with the bag. Like this is my image. This is their image. It's different. Like this is their image, right? I'm going to zoom in so you don't think that I've actually just copied it. No, I've generated all of these images using AI, and I've actually built out their entire website so that I have now the same type of positioning that they have. Me and them are on the same competitive advantage. So if I was somebody who wanted to get into this niche, now I have the supplier. Let's say I don't even do the ordering in bulk and selling. Okay. I have the same, I have a great supplier. Okay. That will slap on my branding. I have now the same landing page that they use. Okay. And I understand what ads are working. And even if I don't, I know how to advertise this. I just need to give 2-3 minutes of insightful, powerful information about their products, and I will get customers coming to me repeatedly, buying from me. And this is why I love this business. No hype, just information, just key information. So this is a 2-minute ad. I want to review it with you guys to see if are these ads simple enough for us to create. Okay. So I'm going to turn up the volume. And so let's go through this ad together.
The latest research on global nutrient deficiencies is shocking, but it's likely underestimating the problem. Let me explain why this matters for your health. Hey there, I'm Chris Kresser, founder of Adapt Naturals and a functional medicine clinician, author, and educator. I've got some important news to share. A major study just published in the Lancet Global Health revealed that nutrient deficiencies are far more widespread than previously believed. This study, the first of its kind, analyzed dietary intake data from 185 countries, covering over 99% of the global population. The findings are staggering.
Look at this. He's just talking about research. He's talking about a study that came out. It's talking about nutrient deficiencies. Researchers found that 2/3 of the world population is basically deficient in all of these things. But this research reveals that people in the UK and Australia have chronic stress. They don't have vital nutrients, health issues. And now this is why he's created BioAvail to bridge the gap. And it's carefully balanced, optimal optimum. This is a smart dude talking about a smart thing. You get here, and this is it. Now, these are just facts. He is hitting on straight facts, okay? Now, he was talking about a study that was talking about nutrient deficiency. What does the funnel talk about? The same study, okay? Do you have all the nutrients you need to thrive? If not, it's not your fault. Half the global population doesn't have it. Now I've created something that will basically address the nutrition deficiency, overcome challenges, synergistic nutrition formulation. If you don't want, you could literally get all of these facts from ChatGPT. This just tells me that you don't need to have marketing hype. You just need to have the data and the facts on your side, and people will buy from you. This is what this business proves unequivocally to me. So if you're someone who's looked at the Grant Cardones and and the crazy hype marketers. And believe man, that can't be me. It's just not my personality. It doesn't have to be. Now, if you're someone who's a serious student who can do the research, back it up, find the right studies, and then connect it with your marketing, you can still win. Okay, so now that we understand everything, we understand the ads that are working, we understand the pages that way that they're designed, let's understand the entire business and how to replicate it step by step. Before we get into this, all I want to say is, if you're someone who's a little bit serious about this, who wants to build a supplement business, who wants to work with me on building a supplement business. I've built multiple businesses in the past. I've launched over 1,000 stores with my clients. I have my own businesses that have done over 7 figures in revenue. I have a current business that I'm running that I'm showing people how I'm building. I want to work with a few more serious supplement business owners. And if you're somebody who's like that, click that first link down below and see how you and I can work together. It's very, very affordable, very, very economical to do so, right? In this video, I'm going to give away sort of how to actually replicate this. So what I like to do is I don't like to recreate the wheel. If there is this business, this funnel, which by the way, every ad that's about the mushroom supplement is going to this funnel, every ad. And the best performing product is the mushroom product. So I was just like, I'm not going to recreate the wheel. This page works and these images work, so I'm going to create that. And so I've used ShopFunnels.net to build out this entire website. Now, if you guys don't know what ShopFunnels.net, give me quick 2 minutes to explain what it is. ShopFunnels.net allows you to build out, ShopFunnels.net allows you to build out high converting sales funnels. Okay, a sales funnels is not a Shopify store. If you guys have tried to build a Shopify store, you know that this page is very, very difficult to build. Either you have to buy a very expensive theme to do so, or you have to connect to page builder apps that suck, that are very slow, that don't integrate well with Shopify, and you have to have a lot of technical know-how to be able to do that. This is me. I was in that position not too far long ago, and then me and my team ended up creating ShopFunnels. ShopFunnels is something that is a custom built solution for people that want to build superior looking pages. Okay. Now what I do in ShopFunnels.net is I build out entire stores and I give it to you guys to launch. Most of these stores have been launched by people and they've actually made revenue as soon as they launch it. Why? Because it's been modeled after successful stores. This is an example of a store that's actually working for people. Like they actually come in, launch, make sales, and continuously sell this product because it was modeled after a store that's already done this much in sales. And what I do is I go ahead and I recreate the store exactly how it was, but I swap out the images and swap out the text so that nobody can be accused of copying, okay? Because all the images and all the copy is changed, but the essence of what made it successful is the same. So you're modeling, you're not copying, and you have all of the right pieces in place. I've done the same thing with this funnel. If you go all the way at the end, I've done the same thing with this mushroom funnel. So if you're somebody who wants to launch a mushroom supplement or any supplement, if it's mushroom, you already have the page completely ready to go, modeled exactly after the supplement that's working. Okay, all you may have to do is swap out the images. Now, ShopFunnels makes it very easy because it's a drag and drop builder, right? I can just drag and drop things in its place and make sure that everything looks really, really smooth. Plus, if you do join ShopFunnels, not only do you get mentorship access to me, not only do you get pre-built templates, it's my responsibility to make sure you understand exactly how to use ShopFunnels to create your business. Okay, it replaces Shopify completely, and if it doesn't replace Shopify completely, it integrates with Shopify as well. So if you want your orders from ShopFunnels to go to Shopify and then you want to use AutoDS or ZenDrop or anything, you can use that. It connects with PayPal, Stripe, and a bunch of the world's most popular payment processors, so you can do that. It doesn't require access to external apps, external page builders, external review tools, XYZ, the way that Shopify needs to work, because it's all built in one. All of these widgets allow you to build exactly the type of pages that you're looking for. Not just that, you can basically add products, add your payment processors, and add your shipping, and you can basically start making sales right here, start fulfilling orders from right here. Then all of your contacts show up right here. You can, if you're an appointment-based business, like you need to, if you set appointments, if you have sales people on XYZ, you can do that from here. And then you can also, it also has like an active campaign type of stuff built in over here. So you can go ahead and create automations. Okay. So what I also do with each store that I create is I give you all of the research to launch it. So let's say you were launching this mushroom store. All you would have to do is the store is completely built out. You just go here to funnels. You go here to, hold on, let me actually, I will need to refresh this one second because this is actually the template that I'm working on. Give me a second. Let me actually open this up. As you guys can see, there's no editing here. All of this happens in a live environment. Okay, so I'm actually going to go back in here to my ShopFunnels account. Okay, ShopFunnels is so good that ShopFunnels was built on ShopFunnels. So the website ShopFunnels is actually also built on ShopFunnels. Okay, so you go here, you go to create a funnel. You go to all the way to the end, or choose whichever one you want. All of these are pre-built stores and call it the mushroom funnel. And in a second, the entire business gets built and imported into your account with all the copy done and all of the images already created for you. Now that it's already done, not only is the front page created, the upsell pages are also created. So when you're done selling them this, if you're using someone like Supplefull, they have a lot of these other supplements that you can sell. Why stop at selling just one? Most Shopify business owners don't make money because they don't have any upsells in there. They don't have any subscriptions in there, right? I have upsell pages built. So when someone buys from you, the next page they see is not a thank you page. They see an upsell page. And what I've done on the upsell page is I've left the images and stuff open so you can sell whatever you want. Okay, you can sell whatever you want. All right, and then this keeps happening until they reach the thank you page. Even on the thank you page, I've left it open so that you can make it whatever you want. And if you're worried about using ShopFunnels.net, don't be. There's a course that opens up as soon as you join on the basic plan that teaches you exactly step by step how to build and launch your first business. Okay, so now that I've gone through all of this, let's go through how I basically created this. If you look at this, I have gone ahead and modeled this exactly, but I've actually just changed up some of this. So for example, where is our main? Is this our main one? There's so many that I have opened that I don't know where that main funnel is that I've copied. This is the one. Okay. So the science of superior mushroom, 7 reasons to choose bio avail. I've made it bio boost. Avail means like instantly absorbed by your body. So it's like a boost. So I've changed it to bio boost. Okay. And every single, this was the comprehensive blend, ultimate 8 mushroom synergy. Even the type of language I've chosen matches the concept, right? These images were created inside of ChatGPT. I've taken the existing images, I've gone ahead and I've changed them up, and I've actually created them inside of ChatGPT. Again, if you join ShopFunnels, I'll show you exactly how I was able to just change these out very, very simply. Okay. And then if you go, and by the way, you don't have to, you can create this on other page builders. I just love ShopFunnels because of how much easier it is to use than other page builders. So even if you have an existing Shopify store and you want to connect it, I would still say ShopFunnels is the same price as other page builders, but it just offers more value because all these stores are pre-built. So if you're going to pay like $59 a month to Pagefly and then having to recreate this from scratch, might as well just use ShopFunnels. And then you can either use it with Shopify or use it independently because it doesn't need Shopify to operate. You understand? Anyways, so yeah, this is how I've basically created this. And what I wanted to get to is at the end, if you click this product cheat sheet, and this is available on all of the businesses, it opens up this. Now, this is a document that goes over what the product is, how to source the product. So this is the supplier I was talking about. Now, basically, we can source this product for as low as $3.50 for 100 boxes. If we go up to 2,000, it'll go down to $1, right? These are all estimates, right? Now, what I would do is you could go the MOQ route where you order some quantity. This is something that I personally did. I believed in my product that I showed you, this one. And this is also a consumable. It gets over. Me and my brother, we believed in it. So we ordered the minimum order quantity. And I'm so glad that we did because every single month since its inception, this business has been net profitable every single month. And this is our first month where we've had a profit like this. 16K in profit. The ad spend is 4K. Okay. This isn't a miracle. This isn't something that's unnatural. This is a systematically built business that gets us customers on repeat. Okay. So now let's get into this more of the specifics of this business. The thing about this business, guys, you can go through this entire document, but it is built on lifetime value. Okay. You have to understand that you're not going to be profitable selling because it's a supplement. Okay. You're going to have higher cost per acquisition. Your cost per acquisition is actually $30. It's going to be $20 to $30. So all of the money that you're going to get is actually going to go to Facebook to be able to pay for it, because a supplement buyer isn't as easy to get as a normal buyer. But the reason a supplement buyer is more valuable is because they're going to be with you for a long time. Now, I talk to supplement business owners every single day. Most of my inner circle is built of people that are building consumable businesses. A consumable business is where you're selling products that finish. Now, if you sell a diffuser, it doesn't finish, right? But if you sell natural oils along with the diffuser and it finishes, you are in a consumable business. Consumable businesses are great because the product finishes, so there's that dependence or that need to reorder, and you don't have to, your business doesn't rely on new customers coming in every single day. Those businesses are the most risky and stressful businesses to be a part of, because every month you start from zero. You don't eat if you don't sell, right? I have built my businesses over the last few years, I'd say, all on the back of recurring revenue, where I already know that I have people that are subscribed to me, or the people that are going to reorder because the product is obviously good quality. Like, this channel isn't about promoting hype by any means, even though this niche, this whole dropshipping niche, it's a little toxic. It's all hype. It's all that, you understand what I'm saying. So what I'm trying to do here is create a space where I try to get away from that as much as I can, because at the end of the day, I kind of like, I understand both boats, right? I definitely want to lean towards the side where it's less hype and more just real shit, because honestly, all you need at the end of the day to build a good business is have a product that does what you say it does, that does it well. You say that in your marketing, you say it well. You communicate that on your website, and you communicate it well on your funnels. That's it. If you hit those checkboxes, you will have a business that works. Okay, and that's what this is. That's what this business does. So getting back to my original point is, this is a no hype business that relies on recurring revenue, and recurring revenue only happens if your product is good quality. And so if you think you're going to make money off this one-time purchase, you are absolutely freaking wrong. You're not going to make the type of money you want to make on a one-time purchase. You're going to need them to subscribe, or you're going to need them to reorder, or you're going to need to increase the average cart value. So what I would do in this case is they would buy the mushroom complex, and I would see all the other products that they're selling, and I would need them to then buy the multivitamin. If somebody's buying a mushroom, they will buy that multivitamin. Okay, they will. And then your margin on the multivitamin, whatever, $20-$30, that's all yours, because you don't have to pay Facebook for that. So actually, let me show you a client. This is a star client of ours. We helped this business go from $0 to $100,000 in rev. Okay. Now, the reason their net profit is every single day positive, most days, is because we weren't just selling one product. We had 357 orders come in on 1 month, okay, which was 11 grand in front end revenue. But the real money was made on the back end. These order bumps, 1K. This upsell one, $800. This upsell two, $300. This downsell two, $130. So every time somebody purchased from us, they saw 6 more offers on the back of that. they saw 6 more opportunities to buy, which meant 6 more times we got paid that we didn't have to pay Facebook for. We just have to pay Facebook once for getting us the buyer. What we do with the buyer is all us. So that buyer, all upsell revenue is mostly 100% profitable. And if you do digital products, oh my God, there's so much opportunity for this business to be selling digital products at the back of it. Because think about it, the buyer that's coming in is such a smart buyer. They're all about information. They're all about no fluff, no BS, no marketing hype, just quality. This is someone you sell PDFs to. This is someone who you sell trackings to. This is someone who you sell guides about improving performance, who's that guy who's trying to live to, who's that billionaire who's trying to live to like 100 or something. You sell that type of information to this buyer, and you generate all of it through AI. All you have to do is just be willing to do the research, put that information together and sell it. Guys, that's it from me. I feel like I have gone on for a really long time. 58 minutes. Oh my God. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Appreciate each and every one of you. Again, if you want to work with me one-on-one, click that first link down below and sign up. We have a few options, right? You can work with me for as cheap as $59 a month. Get access to ShopFunnels, pre-built stores, one-on-one mentorship, all that good stuff. If you like this video, leave a huge like on the video. Go ahead and comment down below for me and you to talk. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. If this is the first video of mine you're watching, comment down below and then go ahead and watch the playlist. It has all of this information built in. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you, and catch you guys next one. Peace.